Okay, let's start our worksheet, college algebra number 5, and we'll be doing problems 5 through 7. So let me share my screen. And here we are. Okay. So we will be doing problems 5 through 7, and we will be looking at explanation of polynomials. Okay, the length of a rectangular patio is 5 feet more than its width. Area can be represented by which of these functions? Okay, so we know area of a rectangle is length times width, L times W. Now, if the length is 7 feet more than its width, that means you're adding 7 to the width to get the length. So when you translate these words to the math, you get length equals 7 plus W. Now, since the area is length times the width, we can substitute this expression for length, L equals 7 plus W, in the area formula. So this becomes area equals 7 plus W times W. That's the multiplication. So W times 7 is 7W. W times W is W to the second power, because when you multiply variables, you add the exponent. So this is really W to the 1, W to the 1, and 1 plus 1 is 2. And this we can write this the same as we see it in our answers. That's the same. We can put the W square plus 7W. Okay, and that's equal to the same thing. Okay, so the answer for number 5 is C. Okay, number 6. We're looking at the owner of a landscaping business, and he would like to know on the average how much time his workers are spending mowing one lawn. Which of these is the appropriate rate? Now, the rate should be time spent per lawn. Now, A is lawns per employee, B is employee per lawn, C is lawns per day. The only one that has a rate of time spent per lawn or time spent on a lawn is D. So the answer is D. Okay, number 7. Now, before we get to number 7, we want to look at polynomials. And I gave you the expression here indicating what we define as a polynomial. Algebraic expression consisting of variables, non-negative exponents. That means the exponents have to be positive. The operations involved are addition, subtraction, and multiplication. If we have more than one term in actually one or more terms, we call that a polynomial. We don't have to use monomial, binomial, trinomial for 1, 2, or 3 terms, because we can group them all together as polynomials. That's 1 or more terms. Now, there are some things that you should be familiar with to really understand polynomials: degree, coefficient, constant terms, and also leading coefficient. Now we know what the coefficient is. That's the number in front of the variable of variables. Okay, what is the degree of a polynomial? The highest power of the variable in a polynomial expression. We'll look at some examples. What is the leading coefficient? In the polynomial, it's the coefficient that has the highest power of the variables. That coefficient would be the leading coefficient. What is a term? terms we can determine because they are separated by plus or minus signs. And what is a constant? A term that has no variables. Okay, now we have our definitions. Let's apply them to this polynomial. Y equal minus 4x to the third plus 6x to the second plus 8x minus 9. How many terms? Look at your plus, plus, minus. So what is separated by these signs? The minus 4x to the third, the 6x to the second, the 8x, and the 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 terms. What is the degree? The power that is the highest on the variable, and that's the 3 on this minus 4x to the third power. So the 3 is the highest, the degree is 3. What is the constant? The constant is 9. What is the leading coefficient? The number that is in front of the term with the highest degree minus 4x to the third. So the leading coefficient is that minus 4. Now, let's look at another example. Y equal minus 4x to the third, y to the second plus 6x to the second, z to the fourth plus 8x plus 8y minus 9. Remember, we say our terms are separated by plus or minus. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 terms, okay? What is degree? The degree, let's add up the powers. 3 plus 2 is 5. 2 plus 4 is 6. This is a 1. This is a 1. This is a constant. Okay, so what does this mean? This means that this 2 plus the 4 is 6. That's the degree, 6. We add up these exponents, and that's bigger than the 5. What is the constant? The constant is 9. What is the leading coefficient? The number in front of this term, this is a term, but that number in front of it is 6 because the degree is 6. So the leading coefficient is 6. Okay, before we look at our last problem, let's look at how we identify like terms and unlike terms. So at some like and unlike terms. So let me open this up. Okay. We'll share. Okay, so let's look at our like terms. Okay, for them to be alike, they have to have the same variables and the same power. So let's look at the first one. What looks the same to you? Okay, you see x, y to the second, x, y to the second, x, y to the second. So let's just draw our circles. Let's circle the like terms. X, y to the second, c. Okay, x, y to the second, z. This one, x, y. Don't worry about the signs. It's the variables and the powers. X, y to the second, z. Okay, so those are the like terms. Let's look at number 2. What looks alike to you? Well, you see P here, P here, P here. Okay, so the like terms are all the P's. Okay, we'll circle those. All right. Okay, number 3. What looks alike? Let's see, V square, U square. You see that again? V square U square. So V square U square W. V square U square W. Doesn't matter, the order is not the same, okay? That was not V square. This is V square U square W. Circle. V square U square W. Right? So those are like terms. Number 4, what looks alike? M to the third N, M to the third N, M to the third N. So those are same variable with same power. M to the third N, M to the third N. Okay. And let's look at our number 5. What looks alike? Let's see, G to the fourth H. Okay, do we have that again? G to the fourth H, right? GH to the fourth, GH to the fourth. So we have G to the fourth H. We have this one. Right? G to the fourth H, G to the fourth H. Those are like terms. GH to the fourth and GH to the fourth are also like terms. Now let's so C, C, C. So the unlike would be CD and C square D. Okay. Now, what is unlike here? Okay, you have UV square, UV square. Those are like, so what's left is unlike. These are the unlike. Now, let's look at our unlike here. Okay, you have W to the fourth, X to the third, Y. W to the fourth, X to the third, Y. W to the fourth, X to the third, Y. And this is not W to the fourth, X to the third, Y. And this is not, this is W to the third, X to the fourth, Y. Okay, so what is like here? W to the fourth, X to the third, Y. W to the fourth, X to the third, Y. What is not like is this one, which is W to the third, unlike, and of course the constant, and this one, unlike. Okay, now let's find here the unlike. ABC, ABC, or alike. So what's unlike is A to the second, B to the second, this one, and this one. And then the last one, what is like? Okay, you have ST to the third, ST to the third, ST to the third. Those are all alike, right? So what's left over is unlike. ST to the third, ST to the third, even though the order is different, ST to the third. Okay, so that ends our problems that we plan to do on this worksheet, 5 to 7. And let's see. Let me just bring up a new share. Okay. And we will do number 7. Okay. The last problem, number 7. So let's look at number 7. Okay, here you're given, this is a multiplication, so you have to multiply these out to get the polynomial. So when we multiply these terms, x times x is x squared, x times minus 5 is minus 5x. Now let's multiply this out. X squared times 2x is 2x to the third, and x squared times 3 is 3x squared. Then we have to take the minus 5x multiplied by 2x. That's a minus 10x to the second. Minus times a plus is a minus. Add the powers, 1 plus 1, 2. And then a minus 5x times 3 is a minus 15x. So we can combine our like terms, and that's the 3x squared and the minus 10x squared. And since they're unlike, we subtract. 3 from 10 is 7. The sign is a negative because the absolute value of the 10 bigger than the 3, or another way of saying it, you have more negative than positive. So that's minus 7 x to the second. So it's 2x to the third minus 7x to the second minus 15x. Now the degree is 3, not 2. All right. The leading coefficient of that term is 2. So the correct answer would be the leading coefficient is 2, answer B. Okay. That ends this session for worksheet 5 and the problems 5 through 7. And we have to get the other session with problems 8 through 12. So thank you for sharing, and so long to everybody. Okay, number 8 is factoring.
Yeah.
All right.
So which expression is that equivalent to 2x squared plus 10x plus 12?
Okay. Which one is not? Okay. Well, let's just put, if this is
You gotta
2,
find a number that's divisible by 2, 10, and 12.
okay. Well, let's see. We know we have a 2x, right? And we know it has to be multiplied by an x to get our x squared. So we can go ahead and put that in. All right. Does everybody understand now? The 2x to the second has to be a 2x times an x, right?
So
Now,
2x plus
That's 3x plus 4 plus 3.
which one would you say? Which answer would you say, Chastity?
X plus 4. No.
Which numbers would go in these parentheses? We know the 2x, and we know it's an x, right?
B.
So it can't be D.
2x plus 3 plus x plus 4.
Okay, so answer, Latoya said B.
X plus 3.
Which one would you say, Audrey? Oh, you can't see though, can you? Chastity, which one did you say? Didn't you say B?
No.
You said 2x plus 3 and x times x plus 4?
Plus 3.
I thought you said that from the beginning.
And it's kind of confusing. I don't know which one.
Okay. Well,
Miss Barbara, you hear me?
yes, I can hear you, Audrey.
Mm. I will say A.
You would say A.
Mhm.
Okay. 4 times 3 is 12. 3 times 4 is 12. So we know we've got our 12, right? But 2x times 3 is 6x. And 4 times x is 4x. And 6x and 4x is what? 10x. This one, 3x, 4 times 2 is 8x. That's 11x. So who said A?
I
Audrey?
said A.
Audrey said A. Now,
So which one is it, Miss Barbara?
yeah, well, this one, let's see where it can't be this
It
one,
is not.
right?
That's what it says. Not
Okay,
equivalent.
okay. 3x, 3 times x is 3x, 4 times 2 is 8x, 3x and 8x is 11x, but we have 10x, so it can't be B. You follow?
He said which expression is not equivalent?
Is not equivalent. That's what I'm saying. So this one comes to 11, which is not equivalent.
So the answer is B.
Yes, the answer is B. I'm just trying to
I
show
said
you here.
B
No, you said B,
because I know it would be more.
but Audrey just said A. But Audrey, A comes out to the 10x. 4x plus 3 times 2x is 6x. That's 10x. So that one is equivalent, but it says not equivalent. So the answer has to be B.
D.
B as in boy, because it
Oh,
said
B. Oh,
not.
okay.
See right here?
Okay.
There's your right there. I was showing you A comes out with a 10x. So it says not equivalent. This one is equivalent. So not equivalent has to be B because you get 4, you get 8. For them, you have 2x times 3. I mean, 3 times x is 3x. 4 times 2x is 8x. 8x and 3x is 11x. But our expression has 10x. So the answer has to be B. So this has to be 2x plus 3 and x plus 4. Right? So that would be the one that will not give you back your equivalent expression. Okay?
Plus 3.
You follow, Audrey? The one you gave me was correct, but we don't want the one correct. We want the one that's not correct. Like
Oh,
Latoya
not
said is
correct.
B,
Okay.
not equivalent.
Okay.
The A is equivalent to the expression. We get the 10x, we get the 2x squared, we get the 10x, we get the 12. So A is equivalent, so it doesn't match not equivalent. Not equivalent this one because you get 11x.
Okay.
Questions on number 8. So the answer is B. Okay. All right. Let's look at number
9.
9. Okay. This one, I think we can just probably do it right here. We want to simplify. So you multiply the coefficients. So a 3 times a minus 4 is a minus 12.
That's 12.
So you can
12x.
eliminate A and B, right?
Yeah.
You can eliminate A and you can eliminate D because a 3 times a minus 4 is a minus 12. Just put that here. 3 times minus 4 equal minus 12. So we know the coefficient has to be a negative. So A and D are both positive. So you can eliminate A and D. Okay. So that means
The
it's
answer is
between
B.
B and C.
B, as in boy.
So Latoya said B. What would you say? What would you say, Chastity? Latoya said B. You
I
agree?
think, okay, yeah, I say B too.
Okay.
Minus
What would you?
12.
Yes, minus 12, and you add the powers, x to the second plus x to the 1 would give you x to the third, and then y to the 1 plus y to the third gives you y to the fourth. So that would be the answer. Answer B. Questions? Very good. Okay. Now let's go to number 10. Now this one we want to simplify.
I don't see it. Oh,
See it now?
yeah, I see it now.
Okay. Now you can see what? What can you divide into each one of those coefficients? What number goes into each one of them?
10.
10. And what else?
You use 5 too.
Actually, the 10x to the third can be divided in all of these, right?
Yeah.
So you can take this
One
whole
is
thing,
A.
right?
The answer is A.
Okay. So number 10. Okay, let's put the. So you can actually, you could factor out the 10 to the x to the third. Okay, so you can put here factor out factor out this 10x to the third. So you can, because 10x to the third goes into each one of these, right? 20x to the 9 divided by 10x to the third would give you what?
The answer would be E, Miss Barbara.
What would be the answer?
It's A minus A. Hear me, sorry. A.
What would you say, what did you say, Audrey?
I said the answer is B.
You said the
The answer is A.
You said, what do you say, Chastity? I've got an A and a B.
Minus 12. I'm not sure about this one.
Divide the 10x to the third into each one of these terms.
It's,
Hold on.
20x to the 9 divided by 10x to the third. In other words, what you're doing is you're taking, let me just,
okay, yes.
yeah.
When you divide,
Okay.
you subtract the exponents.
Let me see. 10 to the third is 3.
Miss Barbara?
That's true. You subtract the exponents. So
Yeah, let's subtract the exponents.
yeah, factor out the 10 to the x to
I
the
think it's
third.
C.
It's 2
So,
and 3 from 9 to 6, right?
See?
okay, so you said C. That is correct.
Oh, wow.
Great
That
job.
is correct, Chastity.
Oh my God.
Correct. Yes, that is, because 10x to the third and the 20x to the 9 gives you 2, and take the 3 from the 9 and you get the 6. That would be 2x to the 6. Then the 10 into the minus 30 is a minus 3. X to the 4 minus 3 is a x to the 1. And then, of course, the 10x to the third into the 10x to the third is just 1. Same
I put
expression.
0. I cancel it out.
Wait a
No,
minute. I gotta go.
no. When you divide something by itself, it's a one, Latoya.
Yes,
That's
because
a
it's the
zero.
same numbers.
Yeah, it's a one. So the answer is C. Each one of those terms can be divided by 10x to the third.
I just can't see that.
Audrey, you see where you made an error?
Yeah, I see why I made the area. So I didn't-
Yeah, okay. Because these are positive, so it's a positive 10x to the third into 20x to the 9, which is a 2. And then you subtract the 3 from the 9 and you get the 6. Because division, you subtract the exponents. 30 over 10 is a 3. 4 minus 3 is 1. That's x to the 1. And then, of course, 10x to the third divided by 10x to the third is just the number 1. Everybody understand how we got that?
Yeah.
Okay.
One.
Okay. So when we simplify it, we've taken the expression that you can divide into each one of the terms. And that's what you get, C.
It is C, right? It's
All
C.
right. Very good. All right. Audrey, question?
Hmm?
Audrey,
I can't hear Miss Barbara. What you say?
you have a question?
No.
Okay, so you understand now why the answer is C?
No, I will have to go over it when you check. When you send it to me, I'll go over it.
Yeah, well, all I'm saying is each one of these terms can be divided by 10x to the third.
Yes. Well, I made a mistake because I didn't cancel out the others.
You didn't divide
I
the
only just
10x to
divide
the
the 10 by the
third.
30, but I didn't do out the other 20 by 29 by 20x9 by the 10. I didn't do that.
Oh, well, you're going to divide each one of these
Yeah.
terms by 10x to the third, right? And that's how you got the 2x to the 6. This one you got 3x to the 1. Subtract the exponents when you're dividing. 4 minus 3 is 1. And of course, 10x to the third divided by 10x to the third is 1. Okay? Latoya, number 11. What is the answer?
Oh God, Miss Mama jump on me.
What is the answer?
I said C. I don't know.
What is the number? Which place is the correct answer?
It said 15 is less than,
15.
so it's a minus.
That's right.
5 times
15
the
is
number.
28 less than 5 times the number.
So it's gonna be 15 equal.
Mhm.
Well, I don't know.
That means 15 is
It's B.
28 less. Which one is it, Latoya?
B as in boy.
Okay. Which one would you say, Chastity? 28 less. That means you're subtracting 28 from 5 times a number.
I think I'm thinking it's B.
Okay. What would you say, Audrey?
Hmm.
15 less than 5 times a number, which means you're subtracting what?
Oh, I'm sorry. I think it's D. I'm sorry.
No.
I'm changing it to the D. It's 15 is less than.
Now 28 is subtracting. Be careful, Chastity. 15 is 28 less. It means you're subtracting the 28.
On the
So
15.
it can't be D. 28
Oh.
is not subtracting 28. Can't be A, cannot be D.
Oh, okay. I stick with B then.
Okay, Audrey, which one would you say?
I don't know the flower right now.
Huh? 15 is, that means 15 equal 28 less than 5 times a number. That means 5 times some number. Here we're calling it y. And then we want to subtract 28 from it. So which one is it, Audrey? Audrey, subtraction. 28 less than, that means 28 subtracted from 5 times a number. And that's a multiplication, 5 times a number. Which one did you say, Audrey?
I would say B.
Okay, everybody's right. It is B. That is correct. Because 5 times a number is 5y, and 28 less is subtracting 28 from it. And it is, that means equal 15.
Yeah, the less than means subtract. That's the thing.
That's
The term I was
less
trying to
than
remember.
means subtract. So if it says 28 less than, that means the 28 is subtracted from some number, which is this case 5 times a number. So that's a multiplication. 5 multiplied times a number, which is called the variable y. Okay,
Yeah.
very good. All right, Chastity, number 12. What number is correct? This is a substitution. Wherever you see an A, you want to put a 2. Where you see a B, you want to put a -3. And tell me what you get. Now, let me go. Where's the noise coming from? Is that you, Audrey?
Yeah.
Well, you should go to mute then, as long as you have the noise. Okay.
Miss Barbara, are we finishing this class soon? I have my mother-in-law here.
Um,
She says, yeah.
do you have time to do number 12?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So what I want you to do is take number 12, and this is the expression. And I want you to substitute the values for A and B. So wherever you see an A, you want to put a 2. And where you see a B, you want to put a -3. Multiply everything out and tell me what answer you get.
Okay.
Everybody else should be doing it too.
Is it a D?
Who said D?
Chastity.
Chastity said D. Anybody else get anything? Latoya, what did you get?
I don't even know. I was doing it, but it's not coming out right.
Audrey, what did you get?
I ain't do it yet.
Okay.
I ain't.
All right. Let's
Just to give A equals to 2 and B. So A is 2 and B. That's what it's saying.
A is 2 and B is a -3. Substitute.
B. A is 2 and B is a -3.
Yes. Substitute A equals 2 and B equal -3. So what I want you to do, just copy this over and put in the substitution. Okay, so A is a 2. So let's put a 2 here.
2 square.
2 square. And let's put, okay, let
-3.
me put that and okay. Now B is a -3. So let's just put Okay, so 2 to the second, and let's just put it in parentheses here, times b, and b is a minus 3. So let's put the minus 3. Okay, plus a times b, this would be 2 times b minus 3. Okay, that takes care of our AB, right? And
And then
for the B
minus
is
3
a
square.
minus 3 square. That's right, Latoya. Minus 3 square. Now,
She said B is -3.
yes, a negative 3. Now, 2 to the second times a minus 3 is 4 times a minus 3 is a minus 12, right?
Yeah, that's what I wasn't getting.
Yeah, 2 to the
I didn't
second,
remember that
Latoya,
part.
is 4.
-16.
And 4
B?
times a minus 3 is a minus 12, right? And this one
So
is
3 is
what?
16.
2 times a
6
minus 3,
plus 9.
and that's what?
Okay.
2 times a minus 3 is a
15
minus 6, right?
minus 12 is actually
And 3 minus 3 times minus 3 is a plus 9, right?
yeah plus 9. So the answer is 3.
A is a 2 and B is -3, right?
It's B. I don't know.
What's
I
the
didn't know
answer?
this one.
That's a minus, and that's a
It's a plus.
minus. So this would be a minus 18
Plus D.
and a plus
9.
Is it D,
9.
Miss Barbara?
27.
No, this is a minus, Audrey. This is a
It's A.
minus 18
Minus.
and a plus 9.
It's
And what's
A
that
minus
equal
9.
to? Minus 9.
Yeah, A.
Oh, I did it wrong.
What happened? What happened there, Chastity?
I don't know.
Your signs, you got a what? A plus 18? Did you get a plus 18? See, the 2 to the second is 4 times a negative 3 gives you a negative 12. Then a 2 times a negative 3 gives you a negative 6, right? And then a minus 3 times a minus 3, minus times minus is plus. So that's a plus 9. So you add your negatives, minus 12, minus 6, minus 18, plus 9 gives you a minus 9.
9.
So your answer then would be
A.
A. Latoya, Chastity, you saw where you made your mistake?
Yeah.
Okay, it's good as long as you saw where you made your mistake. Okay.
The 2 square, Miss Barbara, I couldn't figure it out at all. I know the rest, but
You know
I was
2
like,
times
what
2
is
is
this
4.
2 square? It just went
It's 2
blank. I was like, oh God.
Latoya, what happened? 2
I
times
don't
2.
know.
2 times itself. That's what square means, right?
I know about 3 square. I remember 3 square 9, but I couldn't remember 2 square.
Oh my goodness. Sometimes your mind
That's
goes
weird.
blank on the simplest things, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So your answer is A. Audrey, you
The
saw where you
minus
went
9.
wrong?
Oh, no, I didn't finish it.
Okay. Well, I'll send you this. So 12.
Huh?
I'll send you the session so you can check
Yeah,
it.
send me. So my meeting that's this is
Okay.
this stuff.
All right. So we'll stop here and okay, homework 12. I'm sorry, we did 12. So you have 13, 14, and 15. Only 3 problems. You can do as many
Okay.
as you like now, but homework is just 13, 14, 15 homework.
Okay.
Okay, and we'll
13 and
continue
14.
with our algebra. Yes, 13, 14, and 15, Audrey. Number
13, 14, and
13, number
15.
14, number 15 is homework. And we'll continue with our algebra next time. But everybody did well today. That's good. But please
Yeah.
try to do 13, 14, 15. So when we come back to class next time, I can just ask you what's the answer and how did you get it? And we'll just put it on the
Yeah.
screen. Now you
Okay.
will be having an algebra uh, evaluation.
Say
I'll
something, Miss
say.
Barbara.
I'm sorry.
I didn't hear what you said just now.
Oh, you will be having an algebra. Actually, it's like a checkup on how you're doing, and it will be 23 questions, 20 and 3 bonuses, and it will be a week from Monday. That's the 16th.
On the 16th.
Yes. Now, how many of you can print things that I put up or send you? Can you print them?
Yeah.
Everybody can print it? Or do
Yeah, try to.
okay, or do I need to mail you the hard copy? Yes?
Sometimes
Anybody?
I
Me.
print.
Anybody?
Send it to,
Okay.
she said
Anybody
send it to
needs
me.
me to mail them a hard copy? Audrey, you need it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I know everybody don't
Yep.
always have a printer. So Audrey, I mailed to
Mhm.
anybody else, so everybody else can print.
Yes.
Okay, because
You
I
can
want
send it to my the email.
no. Oh, you can print it, Audrey, or do you need me to post or mail it?
No, you post it to me.
Okay, so I post or mail it to Audrey. Everybody else can print it, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'll be sending this out this week, so you'll have
Okay.
time to look over it and get the questions all finished because there'll be a deadline for you to get the answers back to me, which can be
All
text
right.
or email. But I want
Okay.
you to have the benefit of your hard copy. You can mark on it or whatever, okay?
Okay.
All right, so that's on May 16th. That's 2 weeks from, is that the 17th?
The 17, Miss
17th.
Barbara.
That's May 17th, 2 weeks from today. Okay. May 17th. That would be, I would send it to you before then, but you'll have probably until May 18th to get to me the answers either via text or via email. Okay, which means you'll just send me the number of the question and the letter that represents the correct answer. Any
Okay.
questions from anybody?
No.
No, that's it.
Okay, all right. So homework 13, 14, 15. We'll continue our algebra next time. So long, everybody, and thank you for sharing.
Okay.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
Have
Thank
a
Good
you.
blessed day.
night.
All right.
Have a good
Bye,
night.
everyone.
All right.
Okay,
Bye
good
bye,
night.
everybody. Bye bye, everybody.